Welcome to another glorious episode of BlackMenVent. Thank you for coming out tonight.
What's the phone?
That's my swag, man.
Okay.
I'm doing my thing, man.
After dark on 95.5. I can't remember. Can't do the whole Billy D.
The Billy.
Code
D.
45.
Code 40.
For 5.
5. What's up? What's up, everybody? What's going on, man? Another episode of BlackMenVent brought to you by intellectualradio.com. Feed your brain. Messed it up last week. I don't even know how I did that, man. But though, if y'all want to call into this episode, because we got a banger set up. I know y'all want to chime in. You can call us at 708-223-8953, and I'll repeat that. Introductions at this very moment. To the left side of me, we have Big M and Effin' Country.
That is right. I am here.
With the 2017 DL Hughley's. I'm not used to you in glasses, man.
I know, man. It's
used to be beautiful.
I had to remind myself that I have them.
Used to be driving a Cougar, one hand on the wheel,
another hand on the door. Make sure we don't fall out.
Right? Yeah. Y'all, if y'all don't know, man, this is back in the '90s. All right, though. Thank you.
Yeah,
we got rolled. There.
We sure did.
But the door used to open up unexpectedly. So, but when we had girls in the car, though, it was cool because he would shut it before they even know what was going on.
You know how strong my left arm was? Do my left arm strong.
Yeah.
From closing that door.
I thought it was something else, but
no, it wasn't that. It wasn't that. It was closing that Cougar door.
Yeah, man. Back in the days, man, it came a long way, man.
Yeah.
And we're gonna talk about that tonight, man. We're gonna talk about yesterday versus today. How that sound?
Sound all right to me.
And ladies and gentlemen, to my other left, we have Wanda B with us tonight. Doing?
I am well. How are you all?
Great.
Good.
Great tonight. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself? Where you from? What's your show name?
Okay. I'm Wanda B. I'm from He Said, She Said, here on intellectualradio.com every Sunday at 2 p.m. We are a relationship show. So we talk about the male perspective, what you guys vent about, as well as the female perspective of relationships. So we try to usually have a couple of guys to give their point of view. And once a month, we have a life coach, Sir James Borshade, who comes in and kind of referees us sometimes.
Certified life coach?
Certified life coach.
I've always wanted to be in a room with a psychologist or something like that. And see.
Why you need it, or you just?
No, I just want to see if they can hang. I just want to see if they can hang.
Yeah, finally you're gonna have to invite us to the show.
No, he's the real deal.
I've dated this and the task.
Because they analyze you. This is different.
Yeah, they don't know how to decipher between
making you a patient,
real life, and if you personal. So it's hard to talk to them, and they have to deal from their heart as opposed to dealing from their education. So it's difficult. I just always wanted to be in the room with
There's
them.
like a conflict between what's real with them and what they should say. You know what I'm saying?
See, life coaches don't quite operate like that, though, because they're not analyzing what you say and what you should not say. They're kind of
their response is what I'm talking about.
Their response, how?
Like
it's analytical.
No, I would have to have a situation, like if you say, I should say, you should try to talk it out, but the life coach in me says that, man, you should just leave it. You know what I'm saying? Get out of there, man, while you can. But you know what I'm saying? Like, so, man, but yeah, I feel you, Big Country. I would
Sundays
like to talk
at 2.
Sundays at 2. I'm gonna check that out, and I can call in too.
708-223-8953.
Okay. All right.
No doubt.
I'm burning your phone up.
I'm gonna be here.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to chime in.
You guys can chime in today too.
Okay.
Same number, 708-223-8953.
Okay.
So yeah, And I am Mr. Legend, the Soul Controller. What's up? And this is BlackMenVent. So, without further ado, we're going to get into the news. Tonight in the news.
I'm off.
So,
it's a long week.
Are you retiring?
Long week. No, I've been dealing with a lot of sheriff's cars at work. Lately.
Sheriffs?
Yeah, I got a lot of crime scene cars at work. So
crime scene cars.
Yeah.
What's that? That sounds scary.
When you guys get into accidents, your vehicles come to me, and I handle the State Farm side of things. But we get every kind of car there, not just accident car, but we get crime scene cars. So there was a police chase a couple of days ago or something. I don't know, but somebody stole somebody's Lexus and that just crashed the Lexus, and then they took it and then crashed it some more. And during the police station, the police were shooting up the car and all this stuff. So it's pieces of head and all type of stuff in the car. I've been dealing with a lot of that all week. So if I see one more piece of head in the car, I might lose it this week. I'll need a break.
Yeah,
oh,
I feel that.
Right, an earlobe laying on the.
I forgot to tell you. We got South Beach.
No, I remember.
Okay, cool.
I remember.
All right. Tonight in the news, the allegations continue, and this time it is with Aziz Ansari. Is anybody familiar with Aziz?
I am familiar with the story.
Yeah. Aziz
From the Fifth Element.
No.
Aziz light.
Well, I like Aziz Ansari. He's a stand-up comedian, but he also played in Parks and Recreation. Kind of short, real funny, you know.
I know what you're talking about.
And what struck me, or what I like about Aziz, is that his comedy is based on today's dating scene, as far as texting and, you know, swiping left and right on Bumble or Tinder. You know, kind of hits home with a lot of the stuff that's ridiculous now in the future dating game that we're in right now. About this is that a female targeted him for it and said that he sexually assaulted her. Well, here, I'll read the article for everyone, okay? The best I can with my 6th grade education. HLN host Ashley Banfield called out Aziz Ansari of sexual misconduct in a story posted on babe.net. First red flag, babe.net. What is that about? Okay.
Fake news? That's not fake news, is it?
No. Banfield speaking on her because this basically what this is, this allegation was done by a random female in the club or whatever. A host, I guess, of this show. I don't know this lady, but she spoke out against the accuser and against women here, you know.
Once you hear the story, I kind of understand why.
Yeah. And we're going to speak about that. But Banfield, speaking on her HLN program, Crime and Justice, addressed Grace, who was the accuser. The pseudonym used by the woman who claimed Ansari violated her by saying, "I'm sorry you had a bad date, but let's take a moment to reflect on what you claim ahead of your life." Banfield went on to say, Grace, that when the date got overly amorous and she began protesting Ansari's moves, that she did not get up and leave, engage in a sexual encounter. In a babe.net post, Grace claimed that the incident with Ansari was 30 minutes of me getting up and moving and him following and sticking his fingers down my throat. Again.
All right.
Fingers not familiar with that one.
Hey,
that's all right. It's okay.
Yeah. And that she was physically giving off cues that I wasn't interested. Grace also claimed that she texted. We're gonna have to get to the bottom of that. She texted Ansari the next day, apologized and said he misread things. The Master of None star. And if you have not checked that out on Netflix,
No, I have not.
dope.
Yeah.
He got so many awards for writing, directing, and acting in it at the same
I'm gonna check it out.
damn time. Yeah. So Banfield continued to criticize Glaze's claims, saying that by your own clear description, this wasn't rape, nor was it sexual assault. Your sexual encounter was unpleasant at best, she said. And claimed that Grace had chiseled away at a movement my sisters in the workplace have been dreaming of for decades. Wow, it's been cooking that long, huh? A movement that has finally changed an oversexed professional environment that I too have struggled through. I guarantee you this lady, I got a picture of her right here. You did not struggle coming at you in the workplace. I guarantee that. I will put one in there. But anyway, that's enough.
That's another show.
That's enough of that. All right, what do you guys think? Because I mean, last dude, you know.
So the assault part was the throat part?
No, basically she was sitting in the VIP with him because you know he wasn't sitting in the regular stuff. He's a millionaire. Actor, producer, director. Okay. So and she's sitting with them because he had to have close contact with her, you know. So we could logically deduce that. And he kept making at her.
But how do you get your fingers down somebody's throat?
Right, you know?
I mean, people get
once it get to your face, you like, what are you doing, dude?
Right,
you know what I'm saying? Like
that's what I'm trying to figure out how you.
That's a different version.
Go ahead. What's your version?
I thought I heard where he sensual thing happened on top of in his kitchen or something. Like he put her on the sink.
Oh,
just not at a club or nothing?
At home, like it was a
house.
date. And then kind of afterwards, she's like,
so it's like
it didn't go out the way she wanted it to. She thought he called after he didn't call. And then it turns out that now it's kind of, you assaulted me.
That makes it even worse, man.
It was kind of, at least that's the version I heard. Because that version, I kind of feel, okay, maybe she could have been. The one I read, I felt like, you just jilted. You thought he liked you, or you thought something more would happen from it, and it didn't, and now you're upset. But but still, the assault is fingers down the throat. Not that anybody should have their fingers run down somebody's throat, but I've never heard of that kind of assault.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I can't, you know, people are into a bunch of
different
stuff,
things.
You know, but I cannot. But that's not the point. The point are. He was targeted, okay, and what's going to happen to her in the interim?
Absolutely nothing.
Nothing. He was targeted. So now we know that it is possible for to target anybody.
If the date doesn't go right now, they can cry.
But and then you know what,
it could be at any whatever point in time. Right now, I'm all with I drive my car, you drive your car, so we ain't even.
So in the car, she can't say you put your hand on my knee and now you assaulted me.
That's where we at right now. Is that where we at right now?
Almost to the point where I sit at my table and you sit at your table, and
you don't touch.
We eat dinner
and we text each other like.
I saw an agreement they have out now that before a date you sign an agreement with the woman. Now they have an app where you can sign an agreement.
Nick Cannon's app?
Is it Nick Cannon?
Nick Cannon has an app. It's called
18, y'all.
Where you get a consensual
cyber condom or something like that. But what it is, what you do on the app is, yes, it's a little bit too far, but it's made basically to protect men from not having, because you know the court system will believe a woman in 2 seconds. You ain't really got no defense. But it's basically about app for is everything. Where you been, how many people you been with, and all of this is just everything. And Legend gets on me for not getting down with too much technology because I be trying to keep real life alive.
Let's just be real. Nick is trying to cash in on
No, Nick is a very smart dude and he gonna cash in where he need to cash in, but it's actually a very smart idea.
Help nobody. in a court of law.
Why won't it? If the app is, if you meet a woman and like, okay, let's go through this app so ain't no misunderstanding. You drink, you smoke, whatever, you crackhead, whatever the case may be, or you
Sounds
STD
like
free,
Match.com, yeah.
You STD free and all that stuff, and then at the end you sign your thing with your name on there, and then y'all hook up, and then so there ain't no misunderstanding.
This one is called legal fling.
Okay.
And this one, to make sure the sex you want to have is consensual, all you do is open up an app and send a request like you would a message on, and on it you say, Jake is requesting sexual consent, and you get the form that you are.
That's so funny.
Are you guys hearing what I'm hearing that's coming out of our mouths right now about dating nowadays? This is what you got to watch out for. If you watch Master of None, I'm not going to spoil everything for you, but he went on a date and she ordered 2 entrees, one for her and one for her boyfriend.
For her boyfriend on the date?
At the end of the day, she was like, look, this is not going to work out. This is what we dating. This is what we're dealing with nowadays. Okay. But the thing about it is that if this woman could have walked away from this incursion, why couldn't all of the women walk away from this incursion?
It's not that.
And why didn't she walk away from this incursion?
Why are you gonna walk away from something that's possibly financial gain for you?
Exactly.
Now she's saying, or that it was because she liked him and she wanted to see how it would pan out.
Why did she sexually? She could have ruined. She could have killed.
Right.
Season 3 of Master of None, y'all. Me.
My thing is, with all these accusations, I don't really think these women that are doing this stuff really understand. I don't care if a dude squares your butt or whatever the case. Yes, it's wrong without your consent. Yes, it is. But be careful about what you're saying, because that can absolutely ruin somebody's life. Out and possibly of some type of assault, not raping them, but some type of assault. But when they come across the media, they call them a rapist. So now
here's okay. Picture this. Okay. Men and women, newsflash, guys like girls. You know what I'm saying?
No.
So, and it's instinctual. It's not like we have a choice. If we see an attractive woman, we like, I like to look at that. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. So now you're asking us to oppress us ourselves. That instinct, that natural instinct that we have to look at you, to make a pass, to say, hey, you look nice in that dress today, is now off the board illegal. It's like saying your monkeys can go ahead and stay here. You can have the bananas, you can do all that, but just don't swing on those trees.
Don't climb.
Don't climb.
How you gonna get the banana?
Don't climb on the trees.
Well, how you gonna get the banana?
Have the natural instinct to get up on them trees.
This is a bad analogy.
Can you get
on
the tree?
I just came up with that.
Okay.
Huh?
Can you respectfully get on the tree?
Yes, you can. But is it respectfully for me or you? You know, like, can I respectfully put my finger in your mouth? You know what I'm saying? Like, what is it? Where's the line? There's no line. The line is dictated by the accuser. The line is dictated by the accuser.
It is.
Like, here's the thing. I'm a boss at work. If I tell a female worker, that's a nice dress you have on today, sexual harassment.
No, it's when you say your booty looks nice in that dress today.
Yeah, now that's not professional.
But see,
okay, and that needs to be reprimanded.
I struggle with. So
see, it's not your filter; it's your oppression.
No, I'm not oppressed.
I mean, okay, yeah, it might be a filter because I know you for real.
I struggle because
keep on working on that.
You are presenting me, then you obviously meant for said objects to be. So if I see it, then I'm like,
I agree, it's confusing because different people it doesn't bother. I'm saying, well, you may not be confused, but for some men, I could see where it would be confusing because some women like it. Not all women
Exactly.
respond the
Yes.
same. So someone be like, hey, you like me in this dress? And the other one be like, you offended me. So how do you know when you can say it, when you
And
can't
the
say
ones
it?
that like it are not stepping up. Ruined for them. You know, because at the Christmas party, they everybody came dressed up, everybody looked nice, and I felt like I could not compliment everybody.
No, don't do
because it could be
Sorry.
I could ruin my career.
it.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
do you
so
mind if I compliment you on your dress?
that's too much.
I'm
That
not-
ruins
That
it.
seems
You know what I'm saying?
confining.
Like, if you come to a party or get together or something, and somebody say, "Man, you look nice. You put together your outfit very nice." To worry like 10 years from now. You know what I'm saying?
I remember at that party, the Christmas party in 1922,
Mhm.
and he
And
said,
that
I look
happened.
nice in that dress. You'll be moved on. You won't even remember. You're like, who is that?
Everything you got going is going to be destroyed by that.
I'm going to explain to you the complete and utter. I used to be the cable man.
Uh-oh. I've heard those stories. I have friends who have cable man babies.
And
See, I'm so glad you ain't listening.
I was almost
dog.
raped by was it 6
Come on,
women?
speak on it.
Six
Yeah.
women.
Yeah, it
It's
was
all
6
right.
women.
Me too.
Because they just kept
You want
coming.
me too after your name?
They just kept coming. I'm like, where are these women coming from? Ooh, you big. I was like, no.
It's not a cliche.
They just
is
kept
it?
coming. And then I'm like, will you close that lady? But you got to professional, and it's hard.
And she'll sue you later.
He be like,
I bet it was hard. I bet it was real hard.
When you go to somebody,
Right.
you go to somebody's house, they got an early call, and you go to somebody's house, and they come to the door, and they got glitter lotion on or gel at 8 o'clock in the morning on the cleavage area thing, and
What
silk
You were
thing.
assaulted. Why didn't you claim that at work? I mean, why didn't you tell them you were assaulted?
Because I was seeing how far I could take.
You were.
But I mean, it's
Oh,
the
so-
game. It's a open, unspoken. Nobody knows about it, but nobody says anything about it. Okay, the cable guy, the plumber, the cliche has been played out in porn or whatever type of thing. So much so that when you
Cable
go,
man ain't never been played out. Ain't gonna never get.
no, I'm just saying played out as in acted out. You know what I'm saying? But it's would you snitch on that? You know, it's expected.
No, it ain't the snitching part. If somebody does you wrong, by all means, please. And
Yeah, I agree with that.
my brother, I don't know if you know, because I didn't tell you. I don't know if he called you and told you, but my brother-in-law's sister, which is basically my niece, was raped by 3 guys 2 months ago.
Oh my gosh.
Damn, man.
And I'm trying to figure out why I wasn't told, or my brother-in-law's a sheriff, why we weren't told.
Because you
And
roll
they're
with a
like,
machete, that's why.
Oh, we didn't want you guys to go to jail and all that. And then I'm like, okay, well, where are the guys? They're locked up and all of that. I'm like, and nobody can tell me where these men are. This and then these allegations, I've been thinking about them all week, because I know a lot of women that have been sexually either assaulted or raped, and
It takes
they've
away
done
from them.
nothing. They've done nothing about it. And I know it's hard. And I can't put myself in them, because I just can't put myself in them shoes. But to know your rapist is sitting right there, and you ain't gonna go and call the police and do all of this stuff, and then just let it go.
I think that's what makes it so. This situation with this actor, the movement altogether, is when you cry rape after consensual. You don't like how it turned out, or what you thought would happen afterwards doesn't happen for you. You're mad, and now I'm going to cry rape. Now you have this situation where girls in that situation don't want to be looked at as being a certain kind of girl, or this, or she brought it on herself, and they mess it up for those people. They really do.
Yeah,
And I don't know, the police, they're gonna grill the woman. What were you doing there with so many guys by yourself? And
Exactly.
what were you wearing, and why were you drinking, and what drugs you were smoking? I know this is going to be some type of interrogation, but to understand, for the real women that this stuff happens to, you have to start saying something against the women that's faking it.
Yo,
because
good point.
ain't nobody. I mean, when this stuff happens for real, I mean, who's gonna believe who?
I think that's why the host was speaking out about it, because it did water it down a little bit. Now, any woman can claim anything anywhere, like, oh, he touched my butt, me too, hashtag. You know what I'm saying?
He didn't call me back, so now I'm gonna
Right.
go back and change the whole scenario.
That has always
of
been
what,
that
what
has always
happened
been
the
the
night
case.
before.
Like, I don't know if you saw the DJ Vlad interview with Lil Boosie, where he was talking about he was in Atlanta and somebody in Louisiana went to the police station and filed a rape case on him. He wasn't even in town. And the fact that he violated his parole and went out of town saved him from that. If he was in town, he would have had to get lawyers. He would have had to fight a case. He would have had to fight against something that he didn't do. And it's coming from his own woman. You know what I'm saying? His sister. You know what I'm saying? So it's always been, we've always known that females can go ahead and point the finger and suffer the consequences. Okay? You could say anything. Like they said Nelly raped somebody a couple months ago. He did not. The thing disappeared. But Nelly had a sign of rapist on his back. That's bad. That's bad for business. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's gonna book a rapist. You know what I'm saying?
Forget the booking. He has to now. He got to go sit in somewhere in the corner. And hopefully all of this die down and everybody forget about it before he can actually walk amongst people and not get ridiculed.
And what happens to the accuser?
Nothing. Ain't nothing.
So why not go for it? Why not? Come up, they might give you a couple thousand to shut up.
And it's this lady at work, and you know, I've been thinking about calling HR because
what'd she do to you?
Because you can't be coming to work with tight stuff on like that.
You're gonna call her to put some clothes on.
Yeah.
Take that off.
Can't be coming to work like
cover
that.
up. I think you should maybe let's see what happens. If they'll come to her and say you're dressed inappropriately for work.
I just stay out of the office. I stay in my area, and
she's tempting you.
So I'm pretty sure she's tempting a lot of people.
It's a game that I think that a lot of women like to play. Cause like
no, I've sat down with and watched them map out how they are going to start to thirst trap men.
For what?
For money
resources,
and
resources,
just attention.
Attention is like gold.
They don't want nothing from but the attention and the money. And I'm probably gonna see one of them tonight when I go to the bar. Not see.
No, I was gonna say you planning to set
No. She hangs out at this bar.
Okay.
So she probably will be there, but.
She's probably watching this right now, and you just
no. You know what? I'm gonna tell her to watch.
It takes a certain amount of intellect to watch this.
Yeah,
all the way through.
And she's his daughter.
Okay.
So she's very.
Which one? Tracy Ellis.
Yes, she looks like her. She's very attractive. And there and I nodded. I was like, okay. Because every woman that I see, I assume there's some type of angle. So.
But why assume that? You can't just tell.
Because it always.
I have no choice. I have no choice. I'm in danger. I am in complete danger, and people, and especially in our age group, women want men to be a little bit aggressive, and I can't do it because I don't know what the consequences are gonna come from.
I don't know if I'm.
So I have to, pull out the extra smooth Billy D and just fall back and do a little as possible, slowly as possible. Like some type of idiot, or go to jail, or I can't deal with that. I'm not going to jail for nobody.
Supposed to care, big country. Yeah.
So I want to address. You guys brought up how come women don't speak up against those women. So, article that you referred to with the actor from Master of None. I can't say his name, or I can't pronounce it. I should say
Aziz Ansari. I know I had to practice it. Yeah, go ahead.
That they wanted to discuss it. So on my show, everybody said, let's discuss this. And I said, I don't really want to discuss this. And they were like, no, I think we really need to talk about it. And why I feel uncomfortable talking about it is because most women, if you do say something, if I said that don't put yourself in certain situations, if maybe you don't want to have sex, don't go to his house. I mean, don't go you kind of know if a guy invites you to his house, that's probably what he wants. So when
Or
you went
like
in there, what did you
Mike Tyson's case, you know, you invite a
2
girl to your
o'clock in the
hotel,
morning, hotel room?
Yeah, right. But
I
you
get
know,
ambushed, and I get tired of being attacked for it. So sometimes I just want to stay quiet and let them discuss it without me getting attacked.
but at the same time, it's ruining for
everybody's livelihood.
Everybody basically is making, like, look at it now. It's kind of toxic in the workplace. I saw, like, I keep mentioning the guy who had the sign on his cubicle said, ladies, stay away. I got bills to pay. Within 30 feet of my cubicle because I got bills to pay.
But see what women would say. Now I know what my co-host will say and why I don't kind of want to do this show. Well, she will say, you act like you are hurt by not being able to.
It's oppression.
And you shouldn't.
If I tell you it's wrong to get your nails done, it's wrong to do that. Time you do it, we're going to point the finger at you and shame you. But you like, man, I need a feeling, I need to go. But and then you have to make a choice. You know what I'm saying? Are you going to go and do what you want to do? Which is really, is it really killing? We've been doing this for years. We've been chasing women for years, right?
But way before I was right. If how you did it,
chasing women's not right, because
if you've been stealing for years, stealing doesn't become right now.
Okay, right. Y'all not gonna approach us, so who's got to do the hunting?
And that's
men have been hunting. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to.
No, it's all right. And I've been fighting this for the past couple of weeks. Where this men are supposed to chase women down. I don't know where that came from. As far as I can understand, just from looking back, men weren't chasing women down like women think.
What's the difference between chase and hunt? Because some men get really upset over the word of chase, but then they'll say we're hunters and we're supposed to hunt.
So
when are you okay with hunt and when you're not okay with
hunt animals? Are y'all animals?
Men try to explain it from
men are not animals?
No. You hunt animals. Are you guys animals? Women aren't animals. Women are human beings. You come together to make family and bring stuff into the future. Why we gotta play this game?
So what's the natural thing when you say it's natural for us to do this?
Well, it's
what
natural.
Part of that is natural?
It's natural for us to be attracted to women, to be attracted to us.
How do you respond to that attraction is the problem. Not that you're attracted, it's how you go about voicing your attraction. I think
right. Here's the thing. I will just give you an example of what I've seen. They give off signals that yes, I dig you too. Like when they're talking,
signals no more.
Don't.
Like, no,
I don't.
No. Here's some signals. You keeping the conversation going, playing with their hair.
Don't believe
doing all this type of stuff.
Nice?
Is what you're supposed to be by default.
Right.
So,
exactly.
So if you be nice to somebody, that's just regular. Okay.
So why should someone think that's flirting or the woman coming on to you if you just being?
I don't. That's why I miss out.
So what do you do when someone? What do you do when someone likes you and you like them back? You be regular, nice, to let them know that it's cool.
I think there are proper ways to do it. I think.
But why do we have to go by a protocol? Why isn't it natural? Why can't it be natural?
It depends on what your natural is.
Natural is gone.
Everybody has their own concept of what is natural. Some guy maybe say it's natural to say, man, your big ass and your big titties. And women may not like that approach, but to him that's natural. That's
a blessing right there. You don't talk to that guy.
Him, that's natural, and that's what I naturally say.
That's good that he's being natural.
Well,
if anybody's being natural, I will hope they would be, but everybody's putting up a front so they can get what they want. You know what I'm saying? Whether it is the relationship or resources or something like that. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think it should be like me, myself. I don't roll with no protocol. Anybody who is rolling with a protocol, like I'm going to wait till he call first, or I'm not going to text back right away because he might think this
look thirsty.
Yeah, I don't want him to get a big head or something like that. That is a total turnoff. I see people playing games with themselves. You know what I'm saying?
Everybody should be themselves. If you know that you're a nice person, you have morals, you go for it. Who cares if they don't like it? I mean, that's the point, is you can usually rule them out by their response.
The thing, we can't be real with you guys.
Yeah.
What is being real, man?
We can't be real with you guys because you guys don't find that attractive.
I'm going to try to give you an example. I have a hard time lying. I don't care about your feelings. I'm going to tell you. I'm the guy. Don't ask me, do I look fat in this dress? Because if you do, I'm going to tell you. So it's best that you don't ask. Yeah. So
but they rather hear, baby, you look gorgeous in that dress. Now these guys that tell you look gorgeous in that dress, now that your underarms is leaking out the bottom, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? That's gonna tell you now you don't look good at all. That's a bad feeling. Okay. Now the guys that say, baby, you look gorgeous in that dress, they're lying. That's what women want to hear. That's why we can't be real with you guys. You know what I'm saying?
So do women love being lied to?
Some can't. I don't think they love being lied to. I believe they can't handle the truth. They want you to tell the truth, but they can't handle what they hear.
So they want to be lied to, basically.
So and then the only way to fix that, I guess, would be for you guys to lie. But I do think you have to find the woman that's not like that, and it's not. And to discern that person needs to start in the first introduction of if. The women who want to play games and they tell signs of themselves. They say and do things right off that is like red flag.
No, I get you. And where the difficult part comes in, the men being hunters type of ordeal. Men adapt just like porcupines to their environment. And what works. So you wouldn't have an abundance of dudes sending shots and saying all type of ignorant stuff to women if their stuff didn't work. Now I fall in a whole different category because I just won't do it. I got other stuff to do. I can go wash my car, go buy a watch,
and by living like this and by being himself, he is alienated from the rest of the guys that do this stuff.
Now I don't know how to regular society. Well, what society has become because I won't do it. Victim to this silly behavior. I think it's games, and then I only play one game, and that's a video game. Okay. And other than that, then they come into some adult stuff, private time. But that's it. Other than that, I ask you a question, tell me your straight up answer. Simple and plain. Out here, and I ain't got time for it
no more, man.
As a man, I ain't got time for it. I'm not going to nobody's jail. So I'll sit and be reserved, and the girl that comes in with no panties on, bending over all the time, and no bra, and nipples purring it all over the place.
Well, isn't that the red flag? The woman who likes attention.
Yeah, but the majority
you don't want to deal with.
Yeah, but nowadays the majority of women have understood that you can get a lot by dressing like that. So majority of women look the same. It's not like it's me growing up compared to now. The difference.
So that kind of segues into when you say you can't tell the difference of how these women are, because I don't know any women who behave dressed that way. So I just don't.
Well, see, like you said.
Oh my God, which questions here?
I know y'all say, because I've listened to your show.
No, I get you.
I know y'all will talk about the women who say I don't know, but I do think there must be a difference in.
No. See, when it comes to problems, anytime there's a problem, there's a majority. If they're included in that majority, they don't like to say anything about it. Like you just said, sometimes in conversation with women, you just, because of the backlash that you're going to get from, you just, choose not to say nothing. So those will be the times that, women listen to other women. Men to support other men in anything. Because there's this macho thing.
To listen to each other, I don't think, in my opinion.
I mean, but y'all band together when it comes to being against men.
Whether it's negative or positive, it doesn't matter.
When it comes to being against men, y'all put a united front up.
You all have this thing that all women act the same.
No. Nobody ever said all. Nobody. We just said the majority.
Women, you all, so I don't know who you are.
The majority. To say all would be facetious.
Okay.
At best, there's no all nothing in the world. No 100% nothing in the world.
I agree. Okay? Absolutely.
So when we're talking about it, we're talking in general the majority. Okay.
Can it be the majority of a certain age group or majority? Because I doubt if you go to the nursing
no.
home,
Here's the thing.
Majority of all of them are doing that.
Here's the thing that we say.
I just saw grandma.
Okay.
In the nursing home the other day.
Where you hang out?
Yeah, where you
got
been
all
hanging
the
out?
booty hanging out. People.
Physically at the nursing home.
Where you been hanging out, bro? But anyway, here's the thing. Even those people that, like, if there's something wrong going on wrong in your house, okay, they're selling dope or they doing something, and you know they doing it, you're guilty too. Okay, if you don't speak out about wrong things, then you're guilty too. You're with them. Okay, now when the people come to, take over America, they're not saying, okay, who's the people who voted for Trump and who's not. No, we're all Americans. They're going to shoot everybody. You know what I'm saying? So you back up her, or you don't say nothing about her doing wrong. That
doesn't mean I deserve to get shot. So if
that's two different things. That was an analogy.
I want to give
real.
the analogy of Trump. That if I didn't support, yes, I'm American. So if they came and we're shooting up everybody, American to us, that still doesn't make it right because I didn't vote for him.
Right. If we didn't stand up and say, hey, we don't approve of this guy.
How?
We'll have to deal with that when it comes.
You treat women the same way, though. You're treating women the same way.
Here's the thing: if you don't say, any woman who ever stood up and said the right thing, like, forgot her name. There was a bunch of women who stood up. The activist mommy who stood up and said these things about these allegations and everything, just basically said the common sense thing, because the common sense thing is not being said in the media at all, because they're trying to go ahead and contribute to all of these subgroups. But we've always said every woman that sticks up and says the truth is worth 100 soldiers, because women will listen. Everybody will listen to women. But if they all stick together and they don't say anything about the bad stuff that's going on and everything,
they don't all agree.
Bad ones and there's good ones. Look, we have no problem at all saying this dude over here is a POS. He's doing wrong. We don't like him.
I don't see that happening. I usually see men being quiet, the man code, that they're not going to talk up against their brother. They're going to be quiet and let him deal with it.
Let me give you an example. A woman is beating on a man in the street. Ain't nobody going to stop that man from getting beat. But if it was vice versa, vicinity is probably going to stop that woman from even getting handled, let alone beat. Right. So men, in some way, shape, or form, they just not going to let everything pass. Like, and amongst friends, like in public, you had to make a better decision, because a lot of young men don't get it today, but men, especially depending on where you grew up, you learn how and when to approach situations because you get your head blown off. Amongst friends, like if he's married and he's stepping on his wife, I'm not just gonna not say nothing, especially if I know she's a good woman, or just for him to save himself. I'm gonna say something to him because that's my brother.
And you think the majority will?
If you're a good person, it depends on if you're a good person.
I've never
bad stuff bothers you when you're a good person, and it makes you want to say something. That's one of the reasons why we do this show. There's a lot of stuff going on that we don't agree with, that we think that is bad. Society in general.
You ever known a woman that was cheating on somebody? Say something to her? You ever known a woman that was cheating on somebody?
Oh yes.
You ever say something to her?
Why wouldn't I? If she's my friend, I'm not gonna do it to a stranger.
No. I'm just saying. I want to know. Just from a female.
Would you say something about? Would you say something? Would you criticize a strange man that was doing something wrong? Like if you saw a brother standing on the corner selling dope, would you say you don't need to be doing that?
No, I'm not doing that. I'm not gonna risk my life. He may shoot me. I'm not gonna.
That's like I just said. You have to assess the situation. And like I said,
but you have criticized a man that you did not know before. That's the point that I was trying to
criticize a man that I did not know.
I mean, it's so cliche. It's in everyday media.
Why would I need to criticize a man I don't know?
Here's the thing. It's so cliche. It's in the media. Whenever you hear about brothers not having a job, lying, cheating, whenever you hear about brothers being thugs or crooks or jailbound or something like that,
I'm not gonna agree with that. Most men I know aren't that.
Okay,
I don't know any men that fit that criteria.
But you know that it's prevalent in the media now. Okay, that's my point.
What is the point?
The point is, this is prevalent in the media, yet you say nothing about it.
Stuff about it. You don't know me.
Yeah, I don't know you.
I mean,
I don't know you.
Wait a minute now.
I'm talking in general. But just you.
No, that's not true.
Hey, I applaud you.
That ain't true. I'll let you say I do some things. That one I don't.
Don't take your earrings off. No, don't do that.
That one I don't do. No,
but I mean,
don't let anybody, not my brothers. No.
Okay.
No, I'm gonna stand up because that's not them. That's not the majority I know.
Okay.
I don't know the cliche. I don't even like the no good brothers. All good brothers are good. Well, who even came up with that term? Good brothers. Everybody good.
There's some that's bad. There's good people and there's bad people.
But for the most part, you may not like what makes somebody good to you. May not be. You may not like him and say he's not good because he did this to me. He's still a good man. You just don't like him.
There's a general line and some rules that have been laid down that basically tells people whether they're good or bad.
Say he's not a good man based on what he did to
her. Doesn't matter what they say. If it's on this side, it's bad. If it's on that side, it's good.
Okay.
You know, there are gray areas where we have to.
So this is the with my son's mom.
We got like 2 minutes.
I know, but I used to argue all the time. I don't want to hear about your feelings. Let's talk about the truth. Well, I feel, here we go with the feelings. Did I or did I not do whatever? No, I didn't do it, so it's irrelevant. When it comes down to things that make an impact, you got to start with the truth. In order to fix a problem, you got to start from the beginning where the truth and where it happened. Not
but is it when you two people and is you both giving truth, and then what
if
she
we
said
both
isn't
know
the
the
truth?
No. If we both were in the same place at the same time and saw the event unfold, the truth of the matter is somebody. A glass of water got knocked over. I don't want to hear a bucket got knocked over. I don't want to hear a tree is a bush or anything like that because that's what you feel. Matter is just the truth, and that's just it. Everybody has their feelings, and people always. Society and media has been teaching people to respond with their feelings, and that just ain't it. The truth is the truth, and that's just it. Good and bad is good and bad. I don't care if it's me, you, somebody we don't know.
All right, then there are bad men.
There are good and bad men and good and bad women.
That wasn't my point, though. So, but I will agree that if you rob, steal, cheat, then yes, men. But I was more talking about men and women in relationships and not necessarily what is known to be bad.
If you're in a relationship, if you victimize people based off of love, bad. You know what I'm saying? If you have ulterior motives in a relationship other than cultivating family, that's bad.
Let's say, for instance, with the guy that got, someone will say the actor. Would you consider him bad based on what happened? The actor from the. Yes. Would you consider him bad?
Oh man, no.
That's kind of my point. Is that some people will say he's bad based on that.
Well, only they know what went down at the moment. You know, the reason why I can't really call it because I don't have the details, and also I've been in that situation where I'm making passes at a woman and she's like enjoying the chase. We're gonna say. So is it really her saying no? Is it her baiting me for the chase? And that is.
Where do y'all find these women? I swear.
They're everywhere.
And women have a hard time believing this, but I don't know if you understand it, but men have to approach 50 million women just to get 2 of them to respond.
That's numbers.
We have a completely different outlook, and women be like, where do you get this from? Or like when you'll see a woman like, oh, she too much. How you know that? I've been talking to women for a long time. I think I know if she's a little bit too much or not too much. And it's just a trial and everything from over the years of trying to approach women.
But how do you tell the woman that's not like that? I mean, I can agree that there's tons of women like that. I'll see them that say, I have a group on Facebook. And so in this group, I will see tons of women that say, oh, he has to, if he wants me, he's going to have to do.
Yep.
Why wouldn't I ignore that woman? For me, it would be like, oh no, I wouldn't even try her. She wouldn't be one of my numbers.
Until you see that,
here's the thing.
Until you see that, you don't know. Women, they play whatever situation for whatever their gain is. I gotta reiterate that. No, you do, because a bunch of women.
Just keep going. So they do what?
Whatever their gain is, whatever they can get out of the situation, they're going to do it. Focus is if it's just to get free meals out of this.
So what are you guys gonna do about that?
Here's the thing.
I'm supposed to go to jail trying to.
Women
have to the good women have to speak up a little bit more. And it's not
that doesn't even make sense to me.
No,
I don't see how I don't even know the woman. Why would she listen to me?
No, that's not what I'm saying.
Why would you let that go on against your brother like that?
I'm not talking about
that's messing it up for y'all.
I'm not talking about
the good women
just going up to a random woman that you see doing wrong. I'm not talking about that. In their social groups, because just keep each other in check, then there would be no problem. You know your people. Outside of your people, you don't know how people behaving. If you got girls in your group that's acting up or doing all type of stuff, then don't nobody say nothing. They contributing to all of the mess. Like I said,
in my group, my friends,
right.
I'm gonna check my friends.
Here's the thing.
Check no random.
And here's what I noticed, and this is the best example. A lot of females figure that they can be taken out for a date. And like, why are you being cheap? Why are you doing this? Why are you trying to go out for drinks? Why are you trying to do coffee? Take me out on a date like a real man. Whatever like that.
She's crazy.
Exactly. But there was a time when men used to take women on dates. Do you know?
No.
Because there are a significant group of women that only go out on dates to get free food. So in order for men that adapt to stop getting victimized out for dates, and guess who that affects? You, the next woman, the good woman.
That doesn't affect me.
Personally, I'm not talking about you personally.
No, but let me tell you why I'm thinking different. I'm talking
about the good girls.
It may affect other women. I agree, and I'm not speaking from when I say me. Let me change how I'm talking, because I'm not talking individually from my own perspective. There are definitely women who do that, but to me, they're so obvious in conversation. I think men just need to go one step extra before just offering them out. I told this one guy, I said, stop even trying to take every woman you know out for dinner.
Well, it's two things. Now,
they tell about themselves.
Men, here's the thing that a lot of women will not or refuse to acknowledge. Women are the choosers. Guys choose who are going to be the fathers and the husbands. You can only entertain. Yeah, I can see you don't agree with that. A lot of women don't. We can only entertain.
I believe it does occur.
No, we can only entertain. I'm going to explain to you why. We can only entertain the women who choose us. Okay? Here's how it goes. We present ourselves to her. Hey, how you doing? Get out of my face. Hey, how you doing? Get out of my face. Hey, how you doing? I'm doing fine. How you doing? Can I have your number? I got a boyfriend. How you doing?
That was wrong?
No, that's not wrong.
Oh, okay,
I'm just saying this is how it goes. I'm presenting myself to several women. Okay, I'll say, hey, you. I want you.
But she had a man, so you can't choose.
No, I'm just right. Oh, so what did she do? She made a choice. Her choice superseded my choice.
You made the choice because you said something.
I said something to her, but whose choice counted?
This is like the chicken what came first, the chicken or the egg.
Whose choice counted?
If you went to her
whose choice counted?
Hey,
if I made the choice and she had no choice but to go, then I will be the chooser. But no, you guys choose whoever gets on. Right? Is that right or wrong? I don't have no. I can present myself to.
I will.
Why wouldn't you agree? I present myself to
it.
20 women. 2 of them can only entertain those 2 women.
So,
and if those and then it comes down to, are those 2 women in it to win it? Or are they on some BS? Getting down to the bottom of some stuff. The minute that you guys understand that you are the choosers, you say you can enter my temple. Remember that? You can't enter my temple with it. What happened to that? It's still going down. Okay? They choose whoever comes. They let any type of bum come into their temple. You know what I'm saying? That's not on me. I could be the best guy in the world, man. I could win the Olympics. I could be charitable. I can lift weights and but if you don't say yes to me, it does not matter. If you say yes to him, that's what matters. And if he's
but some men, you may not say yes, but they don't. I'm not going to use no word or chase or none of them, but some men don't take no for an answer for what they want. Some men say, I want her and I'm going after her.
And what do they do? They convince you.
That's a game to me. I can't play that
well,
game.
Don't play it. It's not for everybody.
That's not the point.
That's not the point. Hold on. Everybody.
But then what do they do? But that turns into a very big problem. No, but the problem is
everybody doesn't feel like you.
No, I get you.
Then what do they do? When you tell them no, what do? They try to convince you to choose them. Trying to get y'all to understand. Okay. If you say no to a guy,
what do you want women to do differently?
Choose better. That's not gonna happen.
So wait. So you're the way to fix this then, let's say that's happening. It is happening. Obviously, it's happening. Men feel this way. What you would like them to do, because they're choosing somebody.
Look, I cannot tell you what to do. I'm not a woman. With the thing about
how women think.
But no, this is what I'm just telling you what happens and how it works in society. This is what's going on.
Let me ask
We're not the choosers. You make the decision who's going to do anything.
I had that big of an impact, and I control that. Do you honestly believe the divorce and single rate would be where it's at right now?
I don't think those are two different issues.
No, because I'm just from a male.
Choosing and marriage lasting are two different issues.
No, because I mean,
in my opinion,
if it was up to me, and to be able, they can get whoever they saw that they actually wanted, it wouldn't be no single men.
No, not at all.
It wouldn't be no single men.
You all act like you all should have every time you approach a woman, she should say yes.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
That's not. Listen, that's not what I'm saying. That's not realistic.
What are you saying?
I'm just talking about the
making better choices means what?
No, I already understand what you're saying about making better choices. I don't have to choose that woman that's acting silly, but I'm just talking about the majority. The majority.
I'm talking about the women making better choices.
This is what I'm saying. The majority rules. So decisions on the man and woman thing. That's the woman's area, because if that was the case, I would have 20 million children right now. If I was a chooser, I would have 20 million children. I'll be married to Janet Jackson, Tandy Newton, Lisa Ray.
No, you can't have Tandy now, man.
Yeah, and a couple of other women that I can't name because they're in certain type of profession. But
we're gonna have our first fight.
I would have the pick of the litter like women do. Women can call any dude they want on the phone at any moment and come over here and get such and such, even the ones that you think that are your friends.
Let me tell you something. This is when it's solidified for me.
That's what I'm saying about the power of why women have the power. They hold the choosing part.
In a relationship, they can have sex with any of them. I don't know if you can have anybody you choose.
No, it's just entertain. We call it entertain.
Anybody.
We just call it entertain.
You can't just have a relationship with anybody you want.
Listen, a relationship is an interaction between two people.
Anybody that you want. That you do not have that type of relationship with. Whatever you want that has to deal with you all getting closer.
And the only thing he would be after is sex. He ain't trying to really want me.
That's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying.
That's what he'd hear.
That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, do you not understand the power of you all?
That's the point.
I can't call you up and tell you to come over and do whatever I ask you to do.
No, unfortunately,
until I prove something to you, I can't do that.
You're right. Unfortunately, in this world, things aren't equal. So we got to stop looking at that. Men should be able to do exactly what women do.
We're not asking to be exactly like you guys. We're just asking you to understand how this is going down.
What is the word I want to use? That is
This is how it
unfair,
works.
But unfortunately, life ain't fair. So
nobody's saying that it's not fair or whatever. But this is how things work. Like when you press the gas on the car faster.
Okay. Put it like
this is how it works. So once you understand how things work, then maybe you can make better decisions and do better things. And that's the whole point.
Well, once you understand how things work, you have to think there's a problem to change it.
Oh,
so
that's what
I believe some of the women don't feel that you all know.
Correct.
Don't feel it's a problem.
Correct.
Exactly.
Change.
They wouldn't feel it's a problem unless they're benefiting.
So what we do on the show? What we doing?
Wouldn't feel it's a problem unless they weren't benefiting.
Right.
Benefiting.
Right.
Oh, okay.
They're not even acknowledging
That's
that there's a problem.
They say it's not wrong.
And then the good
They're
girls
not,
is not
because
even telling them, hey girl, it's a
they're
problem.
not losing at
It's not
anything.
my job. That's their mama. I don't know where they. I take care
So
of my
now you
children.
see the pit
I
that
hear you.
we're in now. You see the
But
pit
you don't go
and how it's not,
managing
how
other
nobody
people
is not
you
going
don't
to change.
know.
No, no.
Come on now.
I mean, no, you don't have to do that. You broadcast to people you don't know every Sunday.
And I do the right thing. I talk about what should and should on my show. This ain't my
we
show.
just learned that the
didn't
right
even know
thing
I
could be
had one show.
subjective. You know what I'm
No.
saying? You said it could, the right thing to you could be the wrong thing to me.
In relationships. I'm not talking about stealing is wrong.
Okay, yeah.
Of course,
There's
you
a
all are
basis
talking
of
about
things.
some blatant things that, of course, wrong is wrong. But some woman may feel that you saying you look nice in that dress, you wrong. Other person, and that's the difference of some people feeling that something that is.
I don't know if somebody
bad.
was like,
have you ever used the term "to each is his own"?
I feel the setup, so
No, it's not.
I mean, I
say
know
the right thing. You just can't say the right thing. Have you ever heard that term?
Yes,
The reason I say that is it's a complete and utter lie, because tonight
I knew you were gonna say that, but
because if that was the case, to each is his own is that crazy dude that go around killing people. To each is his own. He crazy, so leave him alone. Because he crazy, so each is his own.
It depends what I say that on.
Where's the line drawn at? Now you cannot go out and randomly do stuff to certain people these days.
So
this is not back when Dr. King was marching and he can go and do a rally anywhere and talk to people. This is not that day. So now you have to be a little bit more careful, because like I just said, somebody will blow your head off.
So what would you all like to see women do?
Like I said, in your group, then check when people doing silly stuff. Okay, that's good. That's part of fixing the problem. The majority of women, I get you, don't do that.
10 minutes.
They'll celebrate a female cheating on her husband because of off of her girl's word. I'm sorry. Off of her girl's
you don't
word.
Need that eye.
Girl,
you got
he
another.
He told
so
me, girl, he
this.
doing this, and because that's your homegirl, you believe her, so you go off of what she say. So she'll go out and cheat on him. She won't check her girl like, look, that's a good dude. Don't do that. Or you married, respect your marriage and do it outside of your marriage, and then leave your marriage. Women don't check each other in that aspect. Like your group,
okay.
Just like that's not my business.
Your group, you say
but
y'all
to my group. I don't go outside of my
right.
My
but
circle.
like I said, the majority
though.
of women they don't.
I'll start saying it.
They don't do that. I have a great deal of women in my family, and I've seen them unfold stuff on men, and I just be like, and this is why.
But that's your family. I don't hear you telling me about people going out and telling random strangers stuff and checking women. Of course you're gonna do it in your family.
Here's the thing. That nowadays.
Here's the thing.
But you want women to do that. Because now I'm
thing.
part of the problem.
Everybody should do.
Here's the thing. I don't want women to do that. Hold on, dog. We don't want women to do anything but be themselves. Because trash type of woman, or you condone this and that, we're not gonna mess with you. And that's one of the reasons why we do this show, so that we can highlight these things that women do that are not anti-family, so we can stay away from them. There are a lot of people who want to be good dads and great husbands out there, but they can't find anyone, and they wonder why. With that, there's a lot of things, especially in a Black community, that stop us from getting to where we're supposed to be. The lack of family in our community is the root of all of our problems today. We could trace it back. The family is a unit of the community is a unit of the nation is the culture. All right, if the family is broken, then everything after that is broken.
So it seems like in BlackMenVent is to bring out the problems you see and explain again
to highlight those problems. There's a lot of brothers out there. To highlight the toxic people, the people who are not family oriented.
So how does that fix it if it's just a
because
lot of
these men can move on and create their families?
Men have for a lot of years, especially in Black families, have known not to say certain things, especially when it came to women. You don't say certain stuff. That's one of the reasons why. Because I got sick and tired of men not being able to have a voice or say something. So especially in the Black, you didn't say nothing about Big Mama. You ain't say nothing about your auntie that was bad or anything like that. You just didn't do it. But when we started this, it was a bunch of men that chimed in immediately that were afraid to say anything or was nervous or just they couldn't do it. They didn't know how.
Here's the thing.
And any aspect, not just to speak up against somebody or to speak up for themselves. The only way you taught to speak up for yourself is if you in a confrontation with a man in the street. That's the only way. And a lot of men aren't even taught that. They just shooting people now. You ain't taught, they ain't getting taught to fight or do anything like that.
The top, people in our demographic are men who aspired to be the best men, who went to school, who always did the right thing, didn't do drugs, wasn't with the cool people, don't drink a lot. You know what I'm saying? Maybe considered nerds to the social population or whatever, but it's how disappointing and frustrating it is that you do everything right that society
ain't no reward for it.
Have no reward for it. Not saying that you're entitled to something, but here's what they told everybody: the American dream is for you to have a wife, a house, and a car.
And but you get all of that through education and all.
You haven't been able to achieve it. And this man is asking himself, why can't I achieve this? What is happening? And it's maddening that you are supposed to be society's best, but they're looking at you like society's worst. And then you see these people being paraded in front of you in the media as the black man, but he's nothing like you. Matter of fact, he looks kind of like a criminal. He's not you.
You know how many times I contemplated on putting on skinny jeans?
I got lost there. Don't do it.
I'm not gonna do it. I'm way too
but
much
I really tried to paint the picture, and I'm glad you're here tonight because we're coming back. We started in 2006. You know what I'm saying? And we took a break from 2016. Did a show for 10 years, garnered a very glorious of upstanding men and women that supported them. You know what I'm saying? And everybody wants to know, and everybody wants somebody to say what the obvious is. And here's building block number one: women are the choosers. But you have a lot of women that just deny that because they don't want any responsibility for the men that they dated in the past that ended up in failure. Well, who's going to say that? They don't want to accept the women. They don't want to upset the women. People don't want to upset anybody. We don't care about upsetting anybody. We say, and if you think it's wrong, then you can go ahead and call us, or we can chat about it right here respectfully. You know what I'm saying? And we can get to the bottom of it. But this dialogue is needed at this very moment, way past due. Okay, so and that's what's up. It's BlackMenVent. Thank you very much for coming through, man. It's dope. I can't wait to run this back. Woo, that wasn't so bad, was it? That wasn't so bad.
But interesting, because now I know how people are thinking. It actually kind of makes me sad. It makes me sad. It makes me sad that if women are really putting themselves out there, that men are walking away feeling like this. Now that has to stop, because this feels toxic in itself.
From what I used to do, I was just a young lady that I'm interested in now. I can see she's like, why he ain't. I just can't. I can't be like I used to be no more because it's dangerous.
And that's not good. You should be able to be yourself.
The corner. Let me tell you, did y'all watch the new Dave Chappelle?
Which one?
I'm sorry, you were wrapping up.
Yeah, there's one where he was talking about this movement, the Me Too movement. And he was like, he kind of disappointed me because he was like, I support y'all. You know what I'm saying? But he did say, and he's a genius, dude. This dude is deep. He said, if y'all win, my daughter wins, And so he went in and he said, I don't know if y'all doing it right, because lasting peace with this. It was like, as soon as the fear, he's like, y'all got the bad guys scared right now. Not scared anymore. They're going to come back tenfold. Mm-hmm. So what is the solution? And I was like, dang, I forgot I was watching a comedy show. Nobody thought that far into it. You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing that I noticed with a lot of people. They can't think past Friday. What's going to happen next week and the week after that? Hey, young blood, you get that tattoo on your face. What's going to happen after that? I work with youth. I work with disenfranchised black people on the South Side. You know what I'm saying? And I see this. You know what I'm saying? I see People shy away from being nerds and intelligent in order to fit in with their very own people. And we're just here to say it's cool with that. You just got to get in where you fit in. You know what I'm saying? So there's a lot of things that we got to talk about. This is only our 5th show. Yeah. Oh man, we about to get into it.
Well, you are welcome. It would be very heated because I already know the ladies on. He said,
I would love it.
Our dear life coaches, usually he'll say something like that was very profound and brings it all together. Because we work on healing, not just voicing the problems, but going the next step to say, now what should we do different? And I do think the women address. I wouldn't do it your way, but I do feel that needs to be addressed.
Before we run out of time, here's the thing.
I'm sorry, we are.
When we first started, we was here for the women because we thought women was having a hard time finding good guys. Okay, so but then the women snapped on us and said, y'all just mad because y'all can't get nothing. You know what I'm saying? So that here solutions. Okay, all right, and we'll see y'all next week, man. This has been a blast. Say your show again.
Oh, I'm sorry. He said, she said every Sunday 2 to 4 p.m.
She said, all right.
All right, this is BlackMenVent. We'll be here every Thursday at 9 p.m. Central.
Intellectual Radio.
Feeding your brain that
that
stuff. That stuff. Everybody got a seed in their brain tonight. I guarantee that.